All right, so my question to you was I asked you to, I should say, list the order of the stages of the scientific method. Okay, so looks like a lot of you did that. I need to unfreeze my screen real quick. So observation, hypothesis, experiment, and experiment. Spear like a peer. Experiment, conclusion. This thing is no one knows who that is unless I went and showed you. I won't. I like this one. Observation, question, hypothesis, experiment, analyze the data, conclusion, and then share results. Did someone Google that, or did you just know that? You weren't supposed to. This looks like what I would have come up with if someone just asked me off the top of my head. Like, oh, you make observations, you get a hypothesis, you experiment, you got a conclusion. That's missing like 3 of the detailed portions of it, but that's it in a nutshell. Okay, if you remember that, you can fit anything else in between. So you guys did good. Most of you are doing pretty good, at least getting the order a little bit. But anyway, yesterday our learning goals were to try to get to 4 of them, but we didn't. Don't worry if it's loading, just wait. You can still take notes, right? So if you don't have notes because you weren't here yesterday, I will bring those around. Who does not have their notes that was not here yesterday? 2 of you, I thought so. Jasmine, it's a whole new world. I'm going to remember this. We'll do that. Oh, good. Awesome. And Yankee Doodle Dandy. All right. So I'm learning names still, so that's how I do it. If you have a unique name, I might sing a song about it if it's in a song. All right. So yesterday we kind of left off on what? Ethics? Does that sound right? Did we get through ethics? No. Is this where we left off? All right, good. I thought so. So ethics are a system of moral principles and values. We all have principles and values. I have 2 principles, Mr. Pellis and Mr. Bashkalupo. So, no? I got bad jokes. That's all I have. At least I have jokes, right? They're bad, though. Is it better to not have jokes or to have bad jokes? Better to have bad ones, though? All right, okay. Just laugh at me. Yeah, that'll work, right? Okay, so, yeah, sometimes. Just laugh at me. I'm a science nerd. It's okay. All right. Someone told me that like being a science nerd is starting as like the new cool, but I don't believe them because, like, it's just not happening. No one's asked me to be on a reality TV show. What? Yes, sir. Yes, it's the Texas tie, right? Yeah. I forget what they're called. I'm not from Texas, so yeah. Bolos. There you go. So that's what I love. As a group of 30, we're like geniuses. We know everything, right? Like, I didn't know that. He knew it. We're good. We should just walk around together and live life this way. We could, yeah. No? Yeah. Now we're going to be liars. All right. So scientific experimentation and discovery can have serious ethical implications. Because of this, scientific investigations require us to be ethical. That means we have to obey certain boundaries. Who puts those boundaries out? Society, right? Okay. How many people in here, let's ask a question just for fun. How many people in here think that we should allow human trials before animal trials in testing things? Whoa, looks like we have mixed review here. Some are on the fence. How many people think that it is okay to have human trials instead of animal trials? Did you go to Peridec.com/join? And then enter the code, and the code is not up there because okay, I will get that for you. Okay, I'll do that in just a second. So it looks like, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to call it. It looks like nobody's in favor of human trials before animal trials because our society says that would be unethical, right? Okay, to just test things on humans without first testing them on animals. I'm good with that. I would rather have us test on a mouse or a monkey. I know it's terrible. Or a dog. I know it's awful. Or a cat. I would rather have you do that than a human being. Well, maybe some prisoners you could test on. I'd be okay with that. Certain ones. Yes. Test on what? Oh yeah, but we have to be ethical. Like we cannot just test drugs, I should say, that we don't know what are going to happen in the end. Yes, I get what you're saying. Yes, there are some things we can do ethically. I could have you all taste ice cream and tell me what the best type of ice cream is, right? That would be ethical. That's okay. I'm not offending anybody's beliefs. I'm not hurting anybody. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, there are a couple questions. What is the code to Pear Deck? Some of you, let me, we're a little behind the 8 ball there. Hold on a second. It is UYCGO. 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 Okay? All right, we're going to go back to, all right. So we all agree that we have boundaries, right? We have these ethical boundaries. So scientists performing investigations must report only accurate data and must allow peers to review their work. They must behave ethically with the people involved in their investigations and their experiments. If I want to test, let's say, a cancer drug, I can't give 100 people that have cancer, 50 of them the drug, and then 50 of them just a sugar pill, can I? No, and just wait and see what happens? That would be very unethical. Because 50 of them think they might be getting a drug that will help them, and they would just basically die of cancer at that point. That would be highly unethical. But the reason we cannot do that is because of our ethics. Does America have a different set of ethics than Europe? Yeah. Okay. Then let's say America, then even China. We all have our own set of ethics. And none of them are right or wrong. Well, they are. Like if you're in America, we have our set of right or wrong. If you're in China, you have your set of right or wrong. Depending on where you are. Like in America, it's illegal to clone human beings. But in some European countries, it's not. We can clone a human right now. In some places, it's just considered part of assisted birth technology. Well, I could take your nucleus from your skin cell, take an egg, take the nucleus out of it, and put your nuclei into that egg and put that inside of a female, and I get you. We can do that right now. They've been cloning people, or I'm sorry, not people. They've been cloning animals since the 70s. Well, it's unethical. There is no risk. No, there is no risk. There is no risk. But it would. But according, you guys, according to our bioethics, it would not be ethical. Okay? Not America. I'd have to research that. So let's stay on point. Okay. So the same critical thinking process that scientists use is a tool. We'll do that later. Is a tool that you can use in your everyday life. An understanding of science can help you take better care of your health, be a wiser consumer, and become a better informed citizen. Do you want to know the side effects of a drug? Yeah, I would want to know it, okay? I would want to know if I take this antibiotic, it might also give me, I don't know, migraines, diarrhea, insomnia. Anybody ever see those commercials and they list all the side effects of this? It's like, whoa, wait a minute. I had a headache. I don't want a migraine and diarrhea for the drug I'm taking for my headache, right? I mean, exactly. It's scary, isn't it? Yep. So, you guys, science requires us ethically and also responsibly to report those things. You can also use science to investigate a problem in your community and discover helpful solutions. If we just ignore that stinky river called the Calcowan and the Tittabawassee and just ignore the smell and never addressed it, we would still have a highly polluted ecosystem. Is it still relatively polluted? Ladies, what do you think? Is it? Okay. Yeah, it's very polluted. But is it as polluted as, let's say, 10 years ago? No. Okay, so we are working on that as a community. Now, by applying scientific thinking to a problem, you can help yourself and hopefully clean up that river and the community around you. We do this all the time. Whether it's adopting a highway, whether it's getting involved in Baby or Bay watershed, going to your local state park and helping out there. Okay, all of those things contribute. Recycling. Uh-oh. That's the first time I've seen that. Oh, there, I went too far. I'm sorry. So scientific thought involves making observations, using evidence to draw conclusions, and being skeptical about ideas and being open to change when new discoveries are made. So the nice thing about science is it's okay to be wrong sometimes, and if you're wrong, you just make a new discovery, you change your textbook, you change your learning, you change what you know. It's science. It's governed by truths that are valid everywhere in the universe, not just on planet Earth, and those are called laws. It's like gravity, 9.8 meters per second. Gravity might change depending on what planet you are, but that's all due to other scientific laws. Okay? And scientific investigations require ethical behavior. We cannot just do what we want in science. Ethics come into play here. And an understanding of science can help you take better care of your health. We all like to be healthy. Be a better and wiser consumer, buying things that are not only better for you, but are better for the environment, and becoming a better informed citizen. We are all going to vote someday. And I would say that's why we're all required to take biology, so that we have an understanding of the healthcare system, of our environment. So when we vote for politicians who like to lie to us, we know what they say is truthful or a lie, and we can make an educated decision. Okay? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first stop that recording.